Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rebels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Back of the end zone, they'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly complete.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the returner will be brought down. First down for the offense. on the run. It's James. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game.
And it's caught inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pressure coming. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking deep. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Seminoles in the hurry up. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. Touchdown, no! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on him.
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. On the move. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. All kinds of room to the right. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch isn't ready to give them a first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing.
Unleashes one deep. Picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's caught downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He breaks a tackle. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Running to daylight from inside his 25. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in, because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score, and score pretty dang quickly.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. power football with the run. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first downs.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Keeps the legs moving. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The play action fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That makes the score Ole Miss 31, Florida State 7.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Shotgun snap on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got his man. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
31, Florida State, 7.
The Noles will line up to kick off and start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move at the 30. Running toward the tape. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 2, with the carry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. Now the play fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up.
He unleashes a long one. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. It's a flea flicker. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, do you have to love the timing, the sixth sense to call that play and know it'll be successful. Jesse, you're looking for big plays when you call trick plays, and a touchdown, that's exactly what you want.
Man, the quarterback was licking his chops too, David. When he got the ball back from the running back, he knew he had his guy wide open. At that point, you're just thinking, don't underthrow it too badly, and don't miss this guy. Just give him an opportunity, and the trick play pays off.
Florida State, 7.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They're working that left side. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
to the air on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it...
Oh, he wants it all. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they...
Oh, look out! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the pummeling has started.
Number 7 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. If it's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
And he makes the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Ole Miss 52, Florida State.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. On the move, it's James.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, give on the inside. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They're trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The option look. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Rebels! And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback checking off. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's got his man, and he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers.
And it's caught inside the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's thrown another interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.